Well, it's small. It's essentially a bubble. It's the Daihatsu Copen. Now, I'm really excited when we get further along here in the Nürburgring time trials to test my tuned version of the Copen. Unfortunately, not engine swapped. But for now, we've got to live with this. Is it easy to drive around? For the most part, yes. Does that mean it's fast? No. No, it pretty much is going to mean the opposite, I do believe. I don't know, she's a little speedier than I would have thought. Seems to corner decently well. This is another one of those cars that is just turbocharged for some weird reason. Now, why would you do the Copen like that? Why is it the P-Mobile? Is it because it's yellow? What does that make the Bumblebee Camaro? We have plenty of yellow cars. Are they all P-Mobiles? That'd be unfortunate. Well, the Copen, about to head downhill, see how fast we can get this thing. I don't know. She's feeling fat. We hit 100 miles an hour and climbing in the Daihatsu Copen. 103 miles an hour. Damn. Spood. And it just, I don't know, feels easy. And the comfort medium should help it out in theory as well. I don't know, are we looking at a sub 10:28 time? Are we looking at a time that could reach the top of the board? 111 miles an hour heading down the hill in the Copen. Which I would imagine would be absolutely terrifying in this thing. .230.6 there at that split. Oh! That's a surprise. A welcome surprise. I do believe that's the fastest time through there that we've had yet. A little late on the brakes in there, but we were all right. I only had to be late on the brakes because I touched the grass a little bit. And you hit the brakes on the grass, it's likely all over. Gotta wonder if this does go top of the board, just how long its time might stand. I mean, we haven't had a car outlast more than 2 cars that have gone after it. Some have lasted 1, but none 2. And if the Honda, the S800, I believe, is able to still be faster than the Copen, it would be the first one to do so. Fiat 500 was the last car, the 06 Fiat 500 was the last car we tested last time out, as it sits in second. We saved this specifically to lead off the night with the Copen. Depending on what is immediately after the Daihatsu, could tonight be the night that we are sub 10 minutes? That would be hard to say. Not at the 5-minute mark yet. 4:36.5 at that latest split. Is this part of the track right here is where I think the Copen's going to suffer a little bit. Slight incline. It really doesn't seem to have much more than what it's given us already. In fact, I almost kind of hope that it doesn't shift itself into 4th gear. Because surely that would cost us speed. 70 miles an hour. I don't know. Won't get really a good clue until we really get through the bulk of the track. When you get on the straight, you usually have a pretty good idea. Well, I would say how would this thing handle the carousel, but it actually handles fairly decently. May have got on the brakes a little bit harder than I needed to there, unfortunately. Certainly don't want to sacrifice any speed because it's so hard to build that speed back up in some of these slower cars in-game. Dropping down in. Alright, pretty satisfying carousel there. Let's see how much speed we can build before we start climbing up the hill, because it gets real steep up here. 72 miles an hour. Maybe that turbo is going to help us out a good bit here. Yeah, we really don't scrub off a ton. 63 at the top of the hill. So we start to work our way back down. Can't believe Ash called the Copen the P-Mobile. Comfort mediums have surprising amounts of grip here for us. Ooh, that got a little scary. Turned in a little bit too early. I don't know. This is feeling pretty good. It's certainly not our best trip through this sector. Passing YouTube corner here. But it's certainly not bad. We didn't sacrifice that much. Sacrificed a little bit there. I hesitated to get back on the gas. Just over 7.5 minutes on our lap. There we go. Brakes on this thing, surprisingly, pretty good. Takes a lot more speed off than I guess I would have expected. 8 minutes. Little under 2.5 minutes to get home in the Daihatsu Copen to have our fastest time very early on in the Nürburgring time trials in Gran Turismo 7. Mini carousel. Don't fuck it up. Corner that is very easy to fuck up. What if the Copen is the one to do it? What if the Copen is sub 10 minutes? I don't think it will be. We've got to get to the line in 1 minute 10 seconds to have that happen, which is just not very likely. But could you imagine? 9 minutes. Right as we're about to cross under the Audi sign. It has an interior. It looks like you'd expect it would for being an early 2000s car. 97 miles an hour at the moment. The tiny little turbo attached to the bubble that is the Copen, doing what it can. Well, we certainly won't be sub 10 minutes, but I don't know. I still think that there is a chance here that we are looking at the quickest time, although I think it is going to be very, very tight. Down the hill we go. Might not be as tight as we think. Got about 28 seconds to get to the line to have our new top time. And barring any mistakes, I think we're going to do it easily. Around the final corner. It's not going to be sub 10 minutes, but it's got a chance to be sub 10:20 right at 10 minutes, 20 seconds, 0.185 for the Daihatsu Copen. A pleasant little smiley thing to drive around the Nürburgring.